Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a young man whose life was anything but easy. Each day he would set out in search of work, hoping to earn just enough money to get by. His routine was simple: work, cook, eat, and sleep. But more often than not, his search for work led to disappointment. One evening, after another fruitless day of seeking employment, he walked home, feeling the weight of his struggles on his shoulders. That's when he heard a voice behind him. "Can I find any laborer here?" Startled, the young man turned around and saw an old man standing with 3 large bags at his feet. The young man, eager for work, responded, "Yes, I can help." The old man looked him over and said, "I need to go to the next village. It's a bit of a distance from here. I can manage to carry 2 of these bags, but the third one is too heavy for me. Can you carry it? I'll give you 3 gold coins for your help." Without hesitation, the young man agreed. When he lifted the bag, though, he quickly realized just how heavy it was. "This bag is quite heavy," he remarked. The old man leaned in closer and whispered, "That's because it's filled with bronze coins." Despite the weight, the young man hoisted the bag onto his back and began the journey alongside the old man. As they walked, he couldn't help but notice that the old man kept a careful eye on him. The young man thought to himself, "He probably thinks I'll run off with this bag, but I'm not a thief. I've always been honest, and I intend to keep it that way." They continued down the road until they came across a river. Without missing a beat, the young man waded into the water to cross, but the old man stood at the riverbank. "I can't cross this river," the old man said. "I'm too old, and with these bags, I'd surely drown. Could you carry 1 more bag across for me? I'll give you another 3 gold coins." Though he was already burdened by the first bag, the young man agreed. As he reached for the second bag, the old man hesitated. "Promise me you won't run off with this one." "Why would I do that?" the young man asked, feeling slightly insulted. The old man sighed. "There are silver coins in this bag, and it's hard to trust anyone these days." The young man stood tall and declared, "I'm not a dishonest person. I don't let greed rule me." With that, he took the second bag and crossed the river, leaving the old man to follow at his own pace. As they travelled further, they came upon a hill. The young man started to climb, but when he glanced back, he saw the old man had stopped at the base of the hill. He called out, "Why are you stopping?" The old man, out of breath, replied, "I can't climb the hill with this last bag. It's filled with gold coins, and I'm too old to carry it." Slightly irritated, the young man shouted back, "I've told you before, I'm not someone who would steal from you. Just give me the bag." The old man paused. "You seem honest, but I can't help but worry. If you run off with this, there's nothing I can do." The young man took a deep breath. "I used to work as a bookkeeper for a moneylender. He tried to make me cheat people, but I refused and left that job. I've lived my life with integrity." Though still doubtful, the old man handed over the last bag. "All right, but I can't follow you up the hill. You go on ahead, and I'll catch up when I can." With the third bag in hand, the young man began the climb. As he walked, a dangerous thought crept into his mind. If I ran away now, the old man would never be able to catch me. With these 3 bags, I'd be rich forever. The more he thought about it, the more the idea tempted him. What does an old man like him need all this money for anyway? I'm young. I could build a great life with this wealth. I could marry, live in luxury, and never have to work again. The thought consumed him until, finally, greed took over. Without looking back, he started to run, the bags bouncing heavily on his shoulders. He ran as fast as he could until he reached his home, breathless and sweating. Quickly, he opened the bags, expecting to see gold and silver coins glittering inside. But instead, he was met with nothing but small, dull stones. Confused and angry, he wondered why the old man had tricked him. Why go through all that trouble for nothing? But as he sifted through the stones, he found a piece of paper tucked at the bottom of one of the bags. He unfolded it and read the note. "I am the king of this kingdom. I have no heir, and I am growing old. I have been searching for an honest person to adopt as my child and successor. If you had not run away, you could have been that person." The young man's heart sank. All his life he had been honest, priding himself on his integrity. But in one fleeting moment he let greed take over, and in doing so he lost the opportunity of a lifetime. He could have been the heir to the throne. Instead, he was left with nothing but regret. This story serves as a powerful reminder of how quickly our thoughts can change the course of our lives. The young man, who had always been guided by honesty, allowed a single thought to lead him astray. Had he stopped to reflect, had he resisted the temptation, he might have been a king. But one moment of weakness cost him everything. It teaches us that our thoughts are incredibly powerful, capable of shaping our destiny. The young man didn't set out to betray the old man. In fact, he prided himself on his honesty. But when the thought of easy wealth entered his mind, it grew and grew until it overtook his better judgment. It reminds us that we must always be mindful of our thoughts and their impact on our actions. Buddha once said that our greatest enemy is not the world around us, but our own unguarded thoughts. Our thoughts shape our words become our actions, and our actions define our habits. Over time, our habits shape the course of our lives. If we allow negativity, greed, or dishonesty to take root in our minds, they can lead us down a path we might later regret. But by staying vigilant, by nurturing positive and honest thoughts, we can guide our lives toward peace, happiness, and success. The story of the young man reminds us that life is a complex journey filled with temptations and choices. It is up to us to manage our thoughts carefully, for they are the seeds of our future. With the right mindset, we can build a life of integrity and fulfillment.